people really interesting. Everyone has their own story, and today I'm here to tell you about mine. My name is Callie Roberts, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my past, my present, and my future goals. First, I'll start telling you about my past. I was born in Florence, Alabama in 1994, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. And when I turned 8, my mom got remarried, and then we moved to Lumberton, Texas. And ever since then, I've lived in Lumberton, Texas, and I attended Lumberton High School, where I graduated from, in 2013. The only other place that I have lived is in Austin, Texas, and I lived there this past year because I went to school at UT. As for my family, I have a stepmom and a stepdad, but I live with my stepdad and my mother. And here in Lumberton, I have a stepbrother and a stepsister. My stepbrother is my age, and he attends LIT. My stepsister is a senior at A&M University. Now that you know some background information on me, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my current life. I am a sophomore in college, and I'm currently a psychology major. I'm also on the pre-occupational therapy track. Some things I do in my spare time are gardening, and this is one of my house plants. It's called a Zamioculus plant, but some people call it a ZZ plant for short. Some other hobbies of mine include hanging out with my friends or listening to music, and I also like reading books. One of my favorite authors is John Green, and what's ironic is that in some of his books he talks about the significance of and the impact that a book can have on a person's life within his stories. So in his story called An Abundance of Catherines, he says this quote that I think effectively sums up how I feel about books. Books are the ultimate dumpies. Put them down and they'll wait for you forever. Pay attention to them and they always love you back. In addition to my hobbies, I'm also passionate about people. I really enjoy helping people and teaching people, and that's why I want to become an occupational therapist. And after I receive my bachelor's degree in psychology, I hope to eventually attend UT Medical Branch, where I can get a master's in occupational therapy. And once I receive my master's, I would like to work in schools with children with disabilities and help them do everyday things. Also, one of my future goals is to eventually join the Peace Corps and teach the less fortunate children around the world. But ultimately, my biggest goal is to settle down and have my own family. Speaking of settling, we have reached the end of my speech. I've told you where I've grown up, what some of my hobbies were, and what goals I eventually hope to accomplish. I hope you find my story somewhat interesting, and I hope that it gets to help us know one another better. Your turn.
You know what, I don't know.